light source. All right, the light source is going to push off the signal of 1310 and 1550. Right. So let's just say, for example, I know at the that's your light source. Okay. So your light source and your power meter. Right. So the way I would use this here, if I have access to my CO and I got access to my tower, right? I can go to either point. Say I'm at my tower. I'm on strands 1, 2, right?
Right.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up strand 1, right? I'm gonna shoot out 1310, all right? I'm gonna go to the other end and I'm gonna see what type of signal strength I'm getting. Now, if I'm getting garbage signal strength, then guess what? I either got a hard bend in there somewhere or it's a possible break somewhere. Now, if I put my light meter on there, and I got no light at all coming through, we know it's broke somewhere, right? So those are your basic troubleshooting techniques. Fiber optics, you cannot tone a fiber optic, all right? So if anybody ever try to throw a trick question on there and say, yeah, put your toners on there.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Bullshit.
It's not copper.
You can't tone it.
Right.
Now, what I can do is I can put a fiber identifier on there, all right? And that fiber identifier will identify the fiber that I need to be using. Or, it'll tell me if I got active signal or
tracer
not.
wire.
Huh?
You talking like when you tracer wire on the fiber, like you trying to...
No. Like that fiber identifier that he was just
that
using, right?
tells the signal
To see
going
if it
through,
was
yeah.
an active signal on there.
See if it's traffic.
That'll tell you right there if that fiber got traffic going through it. Also, that'll tell you, what frequency going through there. All right. So the fiber identifier is going to help you identify your fibers.
Which one you on?
Right. So when you want to get in the habit of, knowing the tools that you're going to be using, right? You got a fiber identifier. You got a visual fault locator. You got a power meter or a light meter, either one you want to call it.
OTD.
And you got don't forget your light source. You got a light source. Basically, that's going to push out frequencies 1310 and 1550, all right? Then you got your OTDR. So look at your OTDR as your big boy. Your OTDR is going to troubleshoot your main line for you, all right? Now, when you get down into ribbon splicing, right? One of the things that you always want to be consistent on, when you setting up your tray in ribbon, either you're going to have the aqua on top or you're going to have the aqua on bottom. But you don't want to have aqua on top on this side and then you got some blue here. Something ain't right. Or you got to pay attention when you splicing too, because if you sit there and put in your fiber holder, depending on what machine you got aqua at the top, and then you turn around and put the blue on the bottom on the other one, and you splice it together, they're going to cross each other, right? So that's one thing that you got to pay close attention to, especially when dealing with ribbon. Then also, when you're setting up your ribbonizer, if you're going to do the ribbonizer, make sure, me personally, I always start with blue at the top, and I'll work my way down. And then you want to pay attention to know exactly, like I was showing them earlier, which I'll show y'all later on. I got magnifying glasses, right? Because, man, we all getting old and that shit ain't that easy to see. So, that's one thing you got to look at. So when another thing, if somebody ever sit there and say, ring cut, all right? Because it's one of the other things that was, mentioned that these guys don't even know what the fuck a ring cut is, all right? If they say ring cut, only thing they telling you do is if you got an active cable going down this, right? And let's just say, for example, they want me to pull out pairs 1 through 12, right? So all I gotta do, I can't cut that cable, right? So what I gotta do is I gotta take that tool, that sleek tool, right? It's you got an armor cable slit tool. You put it on there, you make your ring go around, then you make another one about 8 inches. Some people do it differently, all right? You can make another 8 inches, take that sheet off, right? And then you can use the thread to go ahead and pull it out. Or you can sit there and make a cut here. It turns, right? And then take it on down. Now, some closers going to tell you, that's why I say you always got to pay attention to the instructions, right? Some closers going to tell you they want no more than 118 inches into that closer, right? So what they telling you is 118 inches, right? So what you should do is you mark in the cable you know, say you got this point right here. You're gonna mark from here to here, 59 inches, right? From here to here is another 59 inches. So this is gonna be your center point, right? So then that's when you take that off. Now you got these loose tubes, right? You got the buffer tubes. Now they told me already. I'm splicing. I'm cutting in 1 through 12, right? So we already know buffer tube 1 through 12 is gonna be the blue, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my blue to the side because all the rest of them buffer tubes are being used, and I'm gonna curl them up. I'm gonna put them in my slack tray. You follow me? So now that's a ring cut. So now if I'm putting in a terminal and my I'm cutting in 1 through 12, boom, I'm right there. You follow me? So that's the only thing when they talk about ring cut. That's it. That's a ring cut.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's one thing. Now another thing, you know, don't let somebody trick you up on this one here. Somebody sit there and say, "Yeah, I spliced multi-mode and single mode together."
Can't do that, right?
You can't do that. All right. Any idiot knows that you cannot take a multi-mode and a single mode and splice them two damn things together. You can't do it. You can't do it. The multi-mode diameter of the core is down there 10 times bigger than the single mode. So with these little things, man, what y'all gonna come across, you're gonna see dudes out here beating their chest, right? I mean, and this time got you. Some people, they like to beat their chest.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been on job sites where I'm out here working in the field with guys, right? They never knew I was the engineer. When I was bored, so I'm out there. I like the overtime, so I go out there and work in the field with them. You know, and I'm just listening to them beat their chest. They never knew I was the engineer. I'll rank them, man. But they never knew it. So the whole point is, you're gonna see guys out there beating their chest. Y'all ain't got the skill level set just yet to beat your chest.
I ain't beat my chest when I get it.
Right. But the problem is, you got guys out there also that will sit there and try to trick you up. You know what I mean? Because here's the deal. If I piss on you to make you look bad, then guess what? I can get my boy here in that spot. Now, shit you not, I seen it going on in Texas.
Right.
I seen it going on in Texas, how they was calling, you know, half the crew, you know, I was a foreman down there. They was calling the North team fucking rehab splicers. The manager came out, "Oh, you motherfuckers ain't splicers." What do you mean we not splicers? Oh, rehab splicers. No, we splicers.
Right.
We can do every damn thing that everybody else does. But the problem that came in was, like for example, I did copper, all right? I've never done paper splicing before, all right? Now, here's the deal. Paper splicing copper is basically,
That's the machete shit.
it's in a cable about this thick, and it's a pressurized cable, right? Now, here's the deal. In Chicago, they ripped all that shit out. So, here's the deal. I ain't never had to work on that. So, right. So I ain't never had to work on it. So, am I gonna know about it? Huh? It's something new. Does that mean I ain't a splicer because I don't know it? No. It's because I never had to do it. So what happened with the old school guys? They want to beat their chest. He ain't a splicer because he don't know how to do it.
Did you say the company old school?
They don't do in the South.
There you go.
Right.
So,
Everything-
huh?
Did you say the company old school?
No, there's a couple old school splicers.
Oh, okay. Because we met a company in Miami, old school, and they try to do that stuff.
No, these guys was old school guys. And their whole thing was this. They sit there and said, if I teach you how to do my job,
I'm gonna lose my job.
he said, then you competition to me. I don't want to show you how to do my job. You know what I mean? So when you got people out here that's right now that's making some damn good money, which we all are, you know, you making damn good money, you got to remember and keep in your mind, they want their boys in your spot. So as long as you keep it in your mind that this motherfucker want these boys in his spot. He don't want to see me out here making this money.
Stay little.
You know what I mean? So the best way you do it is, you know, the best way I've learned how to do things. If I don't know something, I'll listen to what they're talking about, right? I'll watch. Now, when I'm watching you do it, right? Okay. Because don't get me wrong, you can learn techniques from everybody. You follow me? And then you can watch what their technique is, and you can apply it for yourself. Like my man sat there and broke out the drill, hooked it up on there, and was pulling that string back. Dude, been doing this 21 years. know how many cables on the strip? I ain't never thought about doing that shit.
Okay.
Never. I've never in my life seen a motherfucker put a drill on there and use that drill like the way he just did.
With a ribbon cable.
No, he used the drill to pull the
Put
string.
string down.
Oh,
My man took the drill, he wrapped it around his pin, and while the drill's moving, it's pulling the string. No, I've never seen this shit done in my life like that. Like I say, you can learn something from everybody. I'm gonna take it back and steal it and say I learned the shit. Tell everybody, I made the shit up. You know? Hey, I lied. Hey, I made this
That's
shit
what
up.
he's talking about. It's a cable raider.
Right. Okay.
You just stick a string on it and run it down it. Put your drill.
See, I
Cable
gotta get
raider.
one of those myself.
What they call this?
Cable raider.
Cable raider.
You put these gloves on.
Yeah, shit. That's why he's at work.
Right.
Shit. That work better. Ain't quicker.
You said you don't need that damn thing though. You could use a damn
A stick.
impact.
Yeah, use
you
the
can use
impact
the
and put it
impact.
around
Put
like
a
your
half
half
inch
inch.
fucking
You just
bit.
wrap it around it. Then
Yeah, that half inch will stay on that same side of that cable. That little the indention it has before it hits the half inch and the
So these are
impact.
like $40, but still, it's
I spent it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
makes it easier on you,
yeah. So
especially when you got armor.
the key point, man, is like I said, everybody work together. We all sit here and accomplish this mission. We all get it done. We all got some hell of good money going home. But the whole thing is, we just gotta remember, keep on our mind. The motherfuckers don't like us.
Right.
You know, we don't work for So by us doing that, you know, we keep it in our mind.
Yeah.
We gotta sit here and make sure our stuff is up to specs. We gotta make sure our work is done. We gotta make sure our spices are good. We gotta make sure that we know everything. So if it's something we don't know, instead of going home finger popping, you know, man, research the stuff. You know what I mean? Research it. Call me up. Say, hey, if I don't know the answer, I'll find out the answer for you. I mean, you know, like I say, man. You know,
We're gonna be a tight knit pack.
we got to. We got to. I mean, we got to help each other.
Can't throw anybody under the bus.
One team, one fight. We all got the same shit.
That goes around in this industry, and we can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't do that, man. We can't.
All the bills getting paid by the same person.
We can't be throwing that at anybody on their part. Like I said, if you see your teammate, he fucking up. You know, don't
Tap
come
him on the
right,
shoulder.
Don't come to
Each
me.
one teach
You
one.
know what I mean? Tell
What
him.
have I been doing to you?
You know what I mean?
Hush,
Right.
man.
Now, if he keep on fucking up, then you come tell me. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm not out here to micromanage somebody. You know, be out here probably doing work because I get bored. I'm damn so. So my thing is, you know, don't sit here and run to me and say, hey, he doing such. Tell him. You know what I'm saying? Correct him. And
Help him out.
Help him out.
Well, that's the right check, man. That's a grown ass man.
That's why I want you to get $100. I want you to get more, okay?
Shit, I want to get more too.
Hey, I want to get more. I'm in his boat.
But at the end of the day, man, I'm making more money here than I am there, and I'm still getting fucked here.
But
But
the other day, man, is each one teach one, man.
There you go.
They don't need to run it back acting like bitches.
nah, man, last time I checked, we all grown ass motherfuckers here. Ain't nobody else paying our bills.
And sometimes I slip up.
Hey, if I'm doing something wrong, you're more welcome. Come correct me, and I will not get mad anyway. You
Slap
tell
him
me.
around a little bit.
That's the way I
Yeah,
am.
criticism gone with it.
I mean, I'm a former mill, he's former mill, he's former mill, you know what I'm saying?
I was in the Marines. You know,
We
if I
can't
say
take getting
something
yelled at, we done fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I sold 311 infantry. You tell me whatever. You can call me a fuck-tard motherfucker for doing it. I'll be like, yeah, you're right. I need to fix this.
I do every day. Every fucking day I call this guy.
I keep doing it my way, thinking I'm doing it right.
Exactly, but damn Jim Bob over here done ran to the boss saying you fucked up and you didn't even know you fucked up yet.
Man, we just need to, like I said, once we get on some water, you know, man. And like I said, y'all
No, I don't
put
do
your hands together, right?
Yeah.
Y'all been a little peak straight and all that. You got to cross one here.
Yeah, I saw that part. I saw that part about when you put the ribbon.
Normally there'll be one here and one here, and you never had to cross it. They got these fucked up ass closures. It's stupid, man. Yeah, you just pretty much route them in there and then just bring yours all the way down.
I had initially crossed it at first.
You did, it's crossed.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying it's stupid because it shouldn't have to cross if they put them in the damn right spots. One here, one down here, one over here, one up here. They'd land in the damn tray right. That's what I'm saying. They got us putting both of them in here.
Right.
So then, yeah, normally there'll be one here, one here, one here, vice versa, and then you have a cable that comes in here and hits, comes around this way, and then you have a cable that comes in and hits here.
these would be one on each side,
Right.
and then you never have to cross them in here. They'll go in there right.
So the CO's on the outside. CO here.
I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, that's CO.
CO outside, customer
CO
inside.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that rule. I just been fucking spicy.
Yeah, tennis on the inside.
You got everybody numbers.
Hey, where you from,
Send
brother?
a multi-text
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
I live in Atlanta now, but New York, the original.
Yeah.
That's what I told Mickey. Yeah. We didn't get the message.
All right,
He's got that face. That's why. That's why.
so where's the strap?
Working 9.
We need to take a picture. Probably gonna take a picture of the last one. I want to take a picture of the
I ain't been taking pictures of none.
You got the rain that go in there, the rubber rain.
Hold on. Let me just
Same shit they did down there. Well, you can't tell me.
take a snapshot. I mean,
Splicing trailer. He got all these tools and all this shit. Hey, you gonna tell me he don't know how to
A lot of these in my truck. Yeah, a lot of these in my truck.
Hey, you gonna tell me he don't know how to splice? But what it was is, once again, it's that, let me beat myself.
Them fucking rubber things suck too. They come on. You be pissed off, man. You done worked all day and can't get that rubber piece to stay on there. They stretched out.
Don't like being team players. Don't like being team players.
We all came together. We know who together.
Make sure each other all right.
We gonna make sure everybody all right.
Surprised they ain't got a pressure on it.
Front up and front down. We all make sure we all right.
Windsor, tacos.
You know, outside I can't go.
You gotta put this on first. Gotta put the house.
that's not
That's
true.
the only easy thing.
That's because
Those have arrows on them.
Right.
I didn't know him. I could have said me, you, and Johnny. But no, that's what I'm saying. I could have just been like, okay, me, you, and Johnny.
Right.
So that's not true.
I said, I wish it.
I said,
From the house. You know, from the CHI.
Rubber donut? Huh? No. Hey, y'all don't put the rubber
The glue rings,
yeah, don't go on there.
because you gave using 2 of them, so it'll make it hard to put it on 2 of them.
No, we gotta scratch it up first.
Right? Ain't that why they kicked his ass out the league? He wasn't from the house. Yeah, you got to be a team player, man. Even if you don't want to be a team player, you got to be a team player. You know what I'm saying? You think KD?
You'll make money on that?
You think KD didn't like that? Because Westbrook wasn't a team player.
Well,
That's
he
why
was
they
on the
won.
team with him.
Yeah. What happened? Man, look at their team now. Can't
Don't
get
pull a Mickey, Robert.
Oh, you're back. You want to go ahead and
It's got a gap,
Once you get the can built,
I got to play the offense.
and pressurize that can.
Oh, you got that pressure.
Not for this one. You don't gotta do this for this. It's a pressurized can.
I don't like the ones with the shrink wrap. I like those with the has that gel insert in the middle. You twist that shit to make it watertight. Well, we'll build those motherfuckers like it ain't shit. You can build those things so quick, dude. So quick.
You gotta do that all the way around.
So where they got you at? You got your hotel?
Yeah, I'm right now in
edge.
you know how you got your vision and just keep on making it so it gets something to hold on.
You got a lot of shit going on.
What's that?
I said you can make it to a house on the wall.
Man, let me know what.
Yeah, when we get ready to heat shrink it down. Got a little bit of cable.
It's this little hole in the wall bar, man. It's called Prime Time.
Got the little thing
food there is
in the middle.
amazing.
Yeah.
As you can see, I like to eat.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys for every job.
I ain't lie, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. You don't want to rub.
Probably gonna lose a couple.
Don't want to damage your cable, so don't overdo it.
Hey, we got